Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So alongside the Insta360 X5, Insta360 launched their very own microphone. And you can purchase this in two different variations. You can purchase just the transmitter alone, or you can purchase it with a receiver as well if you want to expand the compatibility. It's affordably priced. If you purchase the transmitter only, it comes in at $49. And if you get it with the receiver, it's $69. So it definitely is a very budget-friendly microphone. Now, for most people, if you're just going to be connecting it to the Insta360 X5, most likely all you're going to need is the transmitter itself, as it pairs beautifully with the X5. Introducing a receiver to it is basically just going to expand the type of devices that you can connect it to. For example, with this receiver, you can plug this into your smartphone, tablet, laptop, anything that supports USB-C microphones. And the transmitter is actually really small. I was quite surprised how small it was when it arrived. And that can be ideal because it makes it a little bit more inconspicuous when you're wearing it. And they actually have quite a few different ways in which you can mount it and wear it. And I'll go over that here in a second. It's extremely light. It comes in at 7.9 grams. According to Insta360, it has 10 hours of battery life and it has 300 meters of range. When it's connected to the X5, it's connecting via Bluetooth. Now you can plug the receiver into the side of the camera, but for the most part, if you're filming in 360, it's not ideal because when you do have it plugged in, it will be slightly visible in the stitch line. Now, if you're filming in single lens mode, then that's not going to be an issue. And for the most part, if you're just connecting to the X5, it's not really needed. As you'll see here when I do some audio samples, whether you're using just the transmitter or the transmitter and receiver, the audio quality is pretty well identical. One nice thing about it is that it is super easy to use. It has a one-button design. Once you've paired it initially to your X5, they'll go ahead and automatically pair every time you have both powered on. At the side here is the power button, so a long press will power it on. When it's powered on and it's connected to the X5, a single press on it will make it act like a remote. That'll either start recording or take a photo, depending on what mode you're in. A double press on it will enable noise reduction. Noise reduction is built right into the microphone. And a triple press on it will mute it. So if you're filming and you want to cut the audio off for whatever reason, you can do a triple press on it. That will mute it. And then another triple press will reactivate it. Now, according to the Insta360 website, this transmitter is compatible with the X5 and the Ace Pro 2. There might be other compatibility coming down the road with firmware updates, but as of right now, that's what they have it listed as compatible with. Of course, using the receiver, that'll make it pretty well compatible with anything that uses USB-C audio. Now, when you order it, you do get a case with it, and you will receive a case whether you purchase just the transmitter or the transmitter and receiver combo. All the other accessories pretty well are the same that come with both kits. First thing we get is a windscreen, so you can put this on if you're going to be out filming in windy days. It just slips right over the whole unit. We also get a charger for the transmitter. We get a magnetic clip for pinning it to clothing, shirts, or jackets. And we also get this interesting magnetic pendant. With this, it actually allows you to wear the transmitter similar to a necklace, just around your neck. And for a lot of people, that can be really convenient. Actually, that's how I've been using it so far. As long as you're not doing a lot of running and a lot of movement, then it works quite well. And if we flip this flap up, we got the transmitter, we got the receiver, and we have another magnetic piece here. Essentially, you'd use this if you want to pin the transmitter directly under a shirt or something like that. So they give you a lot of different ways in which you can utilize it. The transmitter itself is magnetic, so you can actually stick this to metal objects if you want to mount it in easy ways. Or as mentioned, you can attach it to all the different accessories. And actually, it's a very strong magnet, so there's no worry that it will fall off. And then to charge it, you would just plug that into a USB-A port and then attach it, and it will go ahead and charge. Pairing it the first time is very simple. You just power on your X5. Then you're going to swipe down to go into settings. We're going to swipe over twice, and then we're going to select Bluetooth. Now it already went ahead and connected to mine just because we've already had it connected. But all you would do is click on search for Bluetooth devices. You would power it on, put it into pairing mode by pressing and holding on the power button, and it will go ahead and connect. So that's basically just a quick look at the microphone. So let's go out and we'll do some audio tests now so you can get a feel of what they sound like. So right now I'm going to do some audio comparisons, and we're going to start out using the built-in microphones of the Insta360 X5 just so we have a baseline test to compare it to. Now, I've always found that the audio on the X5 is actually pretty good using the built-in microphones, but sometimes there come situations where having an external mic comes in handy. So now we'll move on and we'll do the next test with the transmitter paired via Bluetooth. So now I have the transmitter connected to the camera via Bluetooth, and the audio should have some improvements. The nice thing about using a transmitter is that you can add that windsock. That's basically going to cut out wind noise in certain scenarios. If you're on an e-bike, out filming on a breezy day, that can really significantly cut back on unwanted wind noise. Now right now I'm filming without the noise cancellation turned on, but a simple double press on the button. So now I've just enabled noise cancellation. So now it should get rid of a lot of the ambient background noise. If you're filming in a noisy location, perhaps some wind noise, street noise, if you're filming indoors with a fan running, that should help get rid of a lot of that. But where a device like this comes in really useful is if you have to film with any type of range. So I'm just going to walk back here and we'll do a little bit of a range test. So right now, again, we're connected via Bluetooth. My body is in between the transmitter and the camera. And how does it sound? You should still be able to hear me. And that's where using a microphone like this comes in useful, because if you need to film and move around, you don't have to be standing right next to the camera to pick up audio. Now, just to be thorough, I'm going to connect the receiver directly into the camera, and that way you can hear if there's any difference. So now again, I'm recording. I have the transmitter connected to the receiver, and it's plugged directly into the side of the Insta360 X5. You shouldn't really notice that much quality difference. Bluetooth audio actually sounds pretty good in most scenarios. So as you can see, the audio sounds pretty good for the cost of the microphone. It works flawlessly, it connects every time. I haven't had any issues there yet. And I think for most people, if you're going to be using this with your X5, the only component you need is the transmitter itself. It's just a nice simple way to add good quality audio to your X5 recordings. So yeah, folks, that is the new Insta360 Air microphone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it had value. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.